What's going on, man? First, let me say appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Up to 27,000 followers on Twitter, X, over 5,000 here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun, man. Talking about this thing we love called music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to all the subscribers on here, all the followers on X, man. All the people who've rocked with me for years. You know what I'm saying? I just love talking about music, man. Every genre of music. I just do what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, saw the Lil Wayne update. Carter 6 coming out next week. And look, there's a lot of things to talk about with this. First of all, has any MC has 6 volumes of an album, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like flowing 6 albums. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of compilation, like, or, you know, series. I'm sorry, series. I don't recall anyone having not only 6 album series, but 6 mixtape series. I don't recall seeing anyone do either. You know what I'm saying? You've heard trilogies, you know what I'm saying? Or the volumes. Jay-Z got the volume 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Now Nas got the King Disease 1, 2, 3, Magic 1, 2, 3. There's other MC, you know, you see a lot of like follow-ups, you know what I'm saying? Like Cuban Links 2 or War Report 2 or Capone Noriega. A lot of those, you know what I'm saying? You'll see a share quite a few, you know what I'm saying, from early on, you know what I'm saying? Probably the last 30 years you've seen follow-ups to like albums, you know what I'm saying? But you might even see a trilogy. But most time after that, it stops. Most people don't go as far as Lil Wayne is going with 6 Carters. Now, Carter 1 was a success. He was a younger cat. It was a success. Carter 2 was the one I looked at as like, okay, now he's that MC, you know, after, you know what I'm saying, Block Is Hot, 500 Degrees, several mixtapes at that point, him doing joints with, you know, of course, with Cash Money and stuff like that, Guerrilla Warfare and all that. He was doing his thing. Then Carter 3 became a superstar with the Lollipop and all of that. But Carter 3, he was the guy in hip hop. Carter 4 dope, Carter 5 pretty dope. Good songs on both of those. I recently did a poll about like your favorite Lil Wayne album and Carter album. A lot of people was talking about 4 and 5, you know what I'm saying? Which kind of surprised me. Nevertheless, he's here with Carter 6. What's the expectation? Man, you know, his features over the last few years have been super dope. You know what I'm saying? All the verses I heard from Lil Wayne over the last couple of years, not mad at him. I thought it was crazy. I thought he sounded reinvigorated. So I'm actually excited about the new Carter 6. For me, is how's the production? Is it going to be a nice blend like the Carter 2 and 3, where you're going to hear some, of course, the down south flavor, maybe a little West Coast, maybe a little Midwest and East Coast? That'd be dope. You know, so it'd be dope to hear him rhyme over producers from different regions. So that's going to be interesting, man. I predict a dope album from Lil Wayne. I hope it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne is one of the GOAT MCs, like it or not. His influence and his consistency and his career is monumental, legendary. So I'm wishing the best for the brother, and I'm hoping that it's nuts. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So next week, man, it's gonna be a big day in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I think it's next Friday. It's gonna trend. Wayne end up trending #1, and people are gonna dissect his album. I'm predicting no less than 4 mics out of 5. You know what I'm saying? So man, let's go Weezy. You know what I'm saying? Something else I talked about earlier this morning, I posted that I feel like now at this point, Kendrick Lamar is one of the top 10 greatest MCs of all time. When people hear that, they say, okay, well, I think I can name 10 people that can rap better than him. Well, there's probably 10 people that can rap better than almost everybody. whether they're signed, unsigned, popular, underground, whatever. I'm talking, when we think of greatest, we're talking about discography, success, live performance with the tours, legendary tours, big singles, influence, impact, everything. When you talking about the greatest, now I think that Kendrick moves some people out of that top 10, and Kendrick now is one of the 10 greatest MCs of all time. He could be number 10. He could be number 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. I'm not saying top 5. I'm not talking about top 3. You can debate that all your own. I saw a lot of people talking about, well, I think he number 3, number 2, number 2 behind Hove, all of these things like that. Whatever you feel, whatever you feel. But I just think, like, when we talking about reaching that certain level, checking all the boxes, I believe now it's undeniable that he's one of the top 10 greatest MCs of all time. I also think that Good Kid, Mad City can be discussed and on the same level as your Reasonable Doubts, as your Illmatics, as your Doggy Styles, as your Ready to Dies, as your Paid in Fulls, as your Criminal Minded, as your American Most Wanted, you know what I'm saying? Cuban Links. I think Good Kid, Mad City is in the same room at the same table with the greatest big albums by a solo MC. Now, of course, we do know that. I mean, Section 8 of the Year is his independent debut. Good Kid, Mad City is his major label debut. It's still a second album, but if you want to call it his debut, that's fine for the sake of conversation. To Pimp a Butterfly is this generation's It Takes a Nation to Me, my PE to me. So you got those two classic albums. To Pimp a Butterfly is amazing. Damn, want to post a prize. GNX, Mrs. Morale, these are all the other stuff, but like I said, Section 80, Overly Dedicated. I mean, the Kendrick Lamar EP. Kendrick, I posted, he had like 13 projects, man. So it's not just like 4 or 5 albums. Kendrick has C4. Kendrick has a lot of music. So I have him in the top 10. You can debate his albums if you want to, his songs, whatever the case may be. Right now, the GNX tour, GNX is the biggest tour in hip-hop with SZA. GNX to me is a hip-hop classic because of impact and all the other reasons why I talked about on X already. I'm not going to get into the details about that. You can debate that if you want to. Classic impact. It's the biggest album right now still in hip-hop over the last like 6 months. It's the biggest album. It's the biggest tour. It's whatever's going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's cracked that top 10. J. Cole and Drake albums, right? We know that J. Cole came off his last festival, and the pictures like Woodstock. J. Cole, several songs he leaked were outstanding. He sounds wonderful. I believe that his next album is going to be epic. I believe that's going to be one of his top 2 or 3 albums, if it's not his best album. I really believe that. I think he understands the pressure. I think he understands the assignment. Like, you know what? I backed up that Kendrick Lamar battle and other things like that. So if you're going to substitute that battle with dropping great music, I think that he understands that this album is going to have to be something special. I feel like it need to be as good and great as Friday Night Lights. I feel like Friday Night Lights, the mixtape, is his greatest project. And then I think that 2014 Forest Hill is his second one. If he drops something that's on a level of Friday Night Lights and and the Forest Hill, I think all is forgiven. Everything is good. He'll go into another tour. He'll sell records. He'll have big streams. He'll be the J. Cole that he is right now. That's just kind of what I think. J. Cole will be fine. At the end of the day, great music matters. But the most interesting thing is Drake going to do a new album this year? GNX still bubbling. Drake is probably seeing what Kendrick has done. He knows that J. Cole is coming. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there might be a time where Future might come. On an old school level, which is not their competition, but Nas is coming. Maybe Common will come again. But that's, again, that's still for the old school 90s crowd. But as far as this generation, I think that Drake is probably recording music right now. The funny thing is, my Twitter page confused people because I'm a Drake fan, I'm a Kendrick fan. Same way I said I was a Big and Pac fan, I was a Nas and Jay-Z fan, I was an LL and Mo D fan, I was a LL and Cannabis fan. I was a big fan of Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? When he was battling Prodigy was battling with the Keep It Thorough against Jay-Z and issues with Nas, and Prodigy was Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a unique dude, but he definitely talk his thing, man. Rest in peace to Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? But so all of those things I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on sides. I go by just what I think is dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to a new Drake album. I think that Drake is back against the wall. I think Drake knows that he has to come strong. People can say, Drake can go ahead and do R&B album, be done with it, be out of there, be on the chart, stream, do all this stuff, have big tours. He know he can do that. Everybody know he can do that. That's not a problem. I think that hip-hop and Drake want to do a dope album on the hip-hop tip. I think he's recording right now. I could be totally wrong. I think that Drake is going to drop before the end of the year. I believe it's going to be more rapping than singing. I believe he's going to go back to tap into some producers. Of course, he's going to do stuff with Boy Wonder and his guys in Canada, and people he's worked with before. But I think he's going to dig back into some hard East Coast hip hop, and I think he's going to drop an album that's going to have a lot of hard hip hop on it, because I think he understands what Kendrick is doing right now and what J. Cole is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about that, man. Like, I think the big three gonna keep going in terms of like Kendrick, Cole, Drake. I always say it was probably more of a big 4 or 5, maybe, but because Future is Future. You know what I'm saying? And Future never stopped releasing music for his demographic, for his fans, and for the South and for Atlanta. Future's massive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's still popping. You know what I'm saying? So we can't overlook what Future is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's next? We'll see. But like I said, I think that just summarizing everything, Carter 6, I'm excited about. Want to see what Wayne is going to do. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick being top 10, I think, is a real conversation. And I think that J. Cole, man, and Drake are both sizzling up, heating up to drop really dope albums, man, in 2025, man. What you guys think? Once again, I appreciate you. Thanks for the love. Thanks for supporting the Dome, man, on all platforms and on X, man. God bless. Peace.